Okay, so I'm so excited because I'm testing out this new mic here. And I'm also going to be knitting a little difference. I crochet and knit. So this one is going to be a knitted project. And I'm just going to be knitting and chit-chatting with you guys. So, it's the start of the new year. It is January 5th, 2025. 2025, and hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm whispering, but it's the start of the new year, and I've been doing a lot of reflecting and just thinking a lot about, what this past year looked like and things that I would like to improve, and reflected on things that I said I would do and didn't do, and also congratulated myself on the things that I said I would do and did. But I'm also at a lot of crossroads in my life. Last year I turned 29, and it's a lot of thoughts going through my head for this last year, being that it's the last year of my 20s. And I feel like I'm starting over. And it's so funny because I never thought that I would be starting over at this point in my life. And I feel like at first I was struggling to accept that. And I have days where I still do struggle to accept that it's okay to start over. And there's no blueprint on what life and success looks for everyone. And it looks different for everyone. And I think this past year has forced me to really look deeply into myself and just be honest with myself in all things, in my career, in my, day to day actions, in my small habits, in my big habits, my, just a lot of different things that made me really look deeper into self and really ask myself, am I really living the life that I have the potential to live? Am I really working towards the life and this image that I have in my head? Am I doing that? And sometimes I feel that I have the tendency to kind of idealize, I guess, and I didn't realize that until this year either, but sometimes I have the tendency to do that, and I feel like this year kind of like shook a lot of things into reality for me, in terms of my career. I've been in the fitness industry for I don't almost almost 8 years now, I want to say, and you know, I don't feel like I've had any major growth. I've been in gyms, I've been in corporate, I've been in kind of more clinical settings, and I feel like it doesn't feed me the way that I thought that it would. I truly enjoy talking about and learning about the human body and helping people hit their goals and feel better in their day-to-day life and feel stronger and more flexible and more confident in their bodies and in their abilities of what it can do. But there's also this piece of me when I would be at work, like, is this really all I'm meant to do? You know, like I make so many great connections with so many people on a day to day basis, whether it's from my classes that I teach or whether it's from just a training one on one. There's just so many great connections. And I feel like, damn, does it have to end here? And in most cases, it does. And I don't want it to, but I also don't know or don't really set myself up to per se to have something to follow up with, and it just consistently makes me feel like I can do more. And what I'm doing right now, I feel like it just drains me, and it drains me and doesn't really leave me with any, you know, energy per se. Obviously, I haven't knitted in a while, so this is taking a lot more concentration than crochet would. But how pretty is this bowl? Hold on. How pretty, you know? But let's get back into it. So yeah, I I would feel drained at the end of the day because I feel like I would give my all and I still wouldn't feel fulfilled, you know? I still wouldn't be able to be where I thought I would be financially. You know, I would still have to work 3 jobs and possibly looking for something else or doing something else on the side in order to make ends meet. And it's really tiring. And I do feel like, you know, it kind of took a little bit of a chip off of my confidence a little bit. But, you know, we're not going to stay there for too long. I was there for a little bit and I really did take my time to work through it because I don't think that you can just, you know, tough it out in scenarios like that. I do think that there's things that you should do, but I went through that and now I'm just at the point where, you know, I don't want to be at that place. I don't want to be at that place mentally. I want to be honest with myself and follow my heart. You know, my heart is telling me so many more things is out there for me. You know, my heart is telling me that yes, fitness and wellness is a part of me, but that's not the only thing that, you know, I'm on this earth to do. You know, I've been reflecting on the things that I truly enjoy, and I've always loved, you know, a lot of things. I've always loved things within the category of arts and crafts, and I always loved the idea of a cooking show and cooking. I think that's why I love cooking because it kind of ties together the essence of art and science, right? And you get to create just these beautiful things that you're also able to eat. So, and just really being able to create, to write. I haven't wrote a poem in a very long time. And a few weeks ago, one just came to me at like midnight when I just was having one of those down days. And it felt so good to, you know, put that on paper again. It's like I forgot what that felt like. And now I'm just at that point of kind of redefining and refining myself. Redefining, refining, and refinding. I like that, you know, and falling back in love with myself and remembering and doing the things that used to bring me so much joy that I probably didn't do as much, such as crocheting and knitting and listening to music and finding artists and going back to their own music and really breaking their music down from project to project and watching their interviews. Like, I really love that because I really love music as well too, and that stuff feeds me. Poetry, I haven't watched or listened to a spoken word, nonetheless done one of my own, you know, because I think that sometimes when you're distracted with the things that you think that you're supposed to be doing, that we're conditioned that we're supposed to be doing, that it distracts us that the things that from the things that we're actually supposed to be doing, you know, because we have the pressures of life running us down and, you know, chasing us. So we're always in this survival mode, even when we're supposed to be in this thriving mode. So I'm just trying to stay within this thriving mode. No, I'm not trying. I am going to stay within this thriving mode, in this creating mode, because I just know that the current is just not that's it's there's so much more. there's so much more for me to learn. There's so much more for me to experience. There's so much more for so many more places for me to go. And I just know that this is not it. So I'm looking forward to, in this chapter 29, I'm looking forward to, this is a side note. This is another thing. I rarely use yarn this thin. I'm surprised. I probably just bought these because they were cute, because I never use needles or yarn that's this thin. But I have this idea, like, how beautiful is this yarn? And I have this idea of like a cute little thin yarn, not to really keep you warm, but more so to like accessorize. So I'm looking forward to how this is going to come out, and I know it's going to come out cute. Going back. But yeah, so in chapter 29, I am looking forward to, oh shoot, I think I messed up a stitch, y'all. Oh wait, let me just get that. Okay. In chapter 29, I am looking forward to, as I said, thriving within acting on my potential. Because I was going to say thriving on my potential, but I feel like I've been doing that for a while now too. But like really taking action, and also not overthinking and caring so much, I feel like that's another thing that personally stops me. That even though like there's times and there's things that I don't care, but when it comes to creating and stuff like that, I be caring. I be caring, and I'm just stepping into that. You know what? It's art. And why do I have to care about what you think about it? Because this is my creation. And everyone has a perception and may have a different perception of art and what art is to them. And what art is to me doesn't have to be what art is to you. And I'm learning to be okay with that. So, chapter 29, I'm looking forward. Maybe I should do like a series to this, chapter 29, series 1. That would be cool, where we kind of knit or crochet or sip tea and, kind of chit chat. And I'm working on, creating these type of videos and this type of content and just posting it and not thinking too much of it. So I'm going to try to do that with this one. Just create and release, because I'm sure that there's someone out there that can possibly relate. And we're on this journey together. So thank you for talking and staying and chit-chatting with me. Maybe next time, or maybe currently, you have your yarn or whatever creative project that you're working on to do this together. Of course, I made this myself as well too. This is one of my first creations, but it's very cozy. And let's chit-chat in the next video.